getting mentally prepared to go to work on the road. Here we go. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Morris for three. Clippers keep it alive. Out to Leonard. Jackson on the wing. It's George on the wing. No good on the triple.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for three.
In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. Well, I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Now here's George. Three-pointer off the mark. First quarter of play, a minute in. Outside Morant. Adams with a screen on Jackson. Outside for Brooks. George against Morant. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the long J.
When you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from you.
George passes to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Brooks outside. Pass to Bain. Outside Morant. Jackson on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard up top. Brooks defending. And a nice finish on the layup.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint. Not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
Outside Morant. Outside Bain. Jackson, the pass to Bain. From downtown. And he buries his first look.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
George, good.
He can do damage from just about anywhere on the floor. When you let George get position inside like that, he's guaranteed to finish.
Now here's Morant. Outside Bain. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
George's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Morant against Jackson. Morant, the pass to Bain. Outside for Brooks. Lets it go from deep. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Back to Adams. And here's Morant outside. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
George passes to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Now here's Jackson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Brooks with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Morant with it. Driving in. Okay.
Oh, man. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
George outside. Morris right side. Jackson outside. to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Off target with the three. Memphis leading. Brooks outside. The three from Bain. It's rebounded by George. Leonard outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. George has gotten just one of his 6 shots to fall here. So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Jackson against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces. Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Bain with it, guarded now by George. To the wing on the left. And stolen by Leonard. Down low. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer. One of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
Morant with the slam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Jackson, the pass to Morant. A good look from Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. Bain's got 8 points. You talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
Now here's Bain. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Over George. Here's Adams. There's Jackson with the three. They get it back. Adams, the pass to Jackson. And here's Brooks. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Bain. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's George. Pass to Zubac. Takes a 3. That one's good from Morris on the assist by Zubac. Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Grizzlies have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Morant, the pass to Bain. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Morris passes to George. Looking to get back on track. Brooks with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And here's Morant outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. And Leonard, here we go. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Stolen by Jackson. Leonard passes to Morris. Back to Leonard. Oh, stuffing him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks. RJ, you played with some of the greats. LeBron, Duncan, Dirk, Jason Kidd, just to name a few. But if the game were on the line, who would you want taking the last shot? Putting you on the spot here.
I'm going to be really honest. I have been in great situations with all of those guys, and they have all delivered. So this isn't, but I'm going to go with the person that's delivered the biggest shot of my career, and that was Kyrie Irving. He hit the clutchest shot. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
George against Bain. 58 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Connecting there, but only 2 for 10 from the field. Here's Morant. 11 points in the game. Pass to Bain. Back to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for Brooks. High arcing shot. Morant, no good. The Clippers trail. Now here's George. Leonard, right side. Oh, Brooks with the steal. The drive by Morant. Oh, throw it down.
It's been all about Ja tonight. He can score in so many different ways.
The 3, George. And Morant clears the board. Outside Bain. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play.
The Clippers, 16.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Xavier Tillman. Then it's Green. And it's Aldama in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
The 3. Conchar can't hit. Powell finds Wall. Back to Powell. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Well, you talk about Wall's speed, Richard. There aren't too many players quicker to start the break than him.
He loves to get out and run. If Wall has a chance to push it and catch the D off balance, he'll do it. Just the kind of mindset you want at the point.
Pass to Man. Back to Wall. 6 to shoot. Here's Batum. He got a piece of it. Green up top. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Aldama, no good.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
And you can't talk about acrobatic finishers without talking about John Wall. Man, he's explosive.
Outside for Green. Jones with the ball. Checked by Wall. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Clark is checked in for Memphis. Williams comes in for Aldama. Wall against Jones. Clark outside. Back to Jones. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Wall, the pass to Powell. Back to Wall. To the paint. Here's Batum. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside, Green. Pass to Jones. Spins. Outside for Green. There's the three. They get it back. Here's Conchar. Outside. Williams. Second chance effort. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And he makes it first. Well, with roster sizes expanding and the addition of two-way contracts, the NBA has 100 more roster spots than around 12 years ago. RJ, how's that changed things in your mind?
Well, you just need so much more scouting and development, and you look at the different teams around this league, the ones that have continued success are the ones that are always able to find those diamonds in the rough. It's easy to get somebody good with a top 5 pick. Show me a team that can find somebody with the 30th or 35th pick.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Pass to Conchar. Jones against Wall. Back to Conchar. Let's go with a three. And another miss by Memphis. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Powell for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Williams. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter.
John Conchar. First personal foul. First team foul.
Right side. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Powell's gotten 4 this quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Jones against Wall. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it's Green off the drive. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Outside Wall. Pass to Man. Puts the move on. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Man's got 5 now.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Grizzlies leading by just 2. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill. From deep range. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
George outside. Pass to Jackson. Out to Leonard. Clock at 6. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Stolen by Jackson. Here we go, one-on-one. Leonard with the ball. Checked by Brooks. And the jam by George.
And we know George is a great shooter, but when he's attacking the rim like that, it gives this team a whole different attitude.
Outside Morant. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
First team.
Jackson against Morant. Jackson outside. Good drive by Bain. Oh, a magnificent rejection. Leonard on the wing. That's tipped. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Left side Morant. Nails it from beyond the arc. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies. George against Bain. Jackson outside. Back to George. From outside the arc. Brooks with the rebound. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Moran against Zubac. Right side Moran. Brooks outside. 5 to shoot. Adams, the pass to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And here's Moran outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now. Here's George. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Now Morant. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Deflected. Morris on the wing. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And now a 4-point Los Angeles lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles. Morant, pass to Bain. Shoots. And again, Memphis no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. George against Morant. George outside. Morris outside. And he can't get that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Jackson. Left side Morant. Outside Bain. The 3 is up. No good there. 5 for 11 in the contest. The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. And here's Leonard. The kick out to Morris. Takes the 3. Tries again. 4-3. He drops it from range.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Jackson finds George. Back to Jackson. So the Clippers win it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Here's Payne. That one's not going to go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Here's Towns. Passes it to Prince. Stolen by Brooks.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Back to Payne. Outside Jackson. Back to Payne. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
All right, David, thanks.
Quick hands from Desmond, coming up with that steal. Beautiful.
Towns sets the pick for Russell. Gobert in the corner. And again, the turnover by the Timberwolves. Searching for their first points of the game. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Spydi with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. Morant against Russell. Morant passes to Brooks. Clock at 6. Back to Morant. Out to Brooks from outside the arc. He can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Over to the wing. Towns finds Gobert. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Russell to the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Bain with the screen on Russell. Morant passes to Bain. Feeds to Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Brooks.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, a rock solid 79%.
It's stolen by Adams. Brooks kicks to Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Shrewd decision on the shot by Morant. Goes into the defender to make sure he gets fouled.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to Gobert. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
This is where size matters. No one's stopping Gobert on that shot.
Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Minnesota shooting their second and third free throws tonight, and that one misses.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
He can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Brooks setting the pick for Jackson. Driving in. And it's Brooks that time on the assist by Jackson.
Getting hit on that shot there, but Dillon's girth allows him to play right through it.
Russell against Morant. A kick out to Towns. Edwards dishes to Russell. Back to Edwards. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team. And these guys, they follow him.
The Grizzlies have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Both free throws good from Morant. Minnesota with the ball. Outside Edwards. Outside Towns. That 3 off the mark. It's a tie game in Memphis. We'll get things started in the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 8 points for Anthony Edwards. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Here's Bain. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And he banks in the layup. Bain's got 5.
Solid work inside from Desmond Bain. He doesn't lack confidence attacking down there.
Russell passes to Edwards. Outside Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns finds Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And it's Russell missing. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 3-point lead. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Brooks outside. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Out to Russell. It's Prince on the wing. Brooks covering. Prince, the pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Here's Gobert. in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
Outside Jackson. And a wide open look for Payne. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team. And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
It's stolen by Adams. Here's Brooks. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Russell. Jackson kicks to Morant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morant's got 10 points.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Russell passes to Gobert. Towns dishes to Russell. Pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
54 seconds left in the first half. Morant against Russell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Morant against Russell. From deep, Prince. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant kicks to Adams. Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Russell dishes to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Morant scanning the floor. Payne passes to Morant. Gets a hand on it, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going.
The previous play.
Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one, and so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So on the floor for Minnesota, McDaniels is out there with Anderson. Then there's Reed. And it's Rivers. And it's Noel in at the 2. They kick it out to Green. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got the lead up to 7 now for Memphis.
As a defender, you want to force Danny Green to put the ball on the floor. Can't let him catch and shoot.
Rivers. And the rejection by Clark. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Baby, it is showtime. Rivers. Good work defensively by Jones.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
With the drive, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Noel. Sinks the three-pointer. Noel's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Jones against Rivers. Hit by Clark. Jones dishes to Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Jones against Rivers. To Reed, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Kicks it out to Jones. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Grizzlies lead by 8. Rivers scanning the floor. Takes it inside. Anderson wide open. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Encouraging to see Anderson continue to work on this shot. Trying to open up the offense even more.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long. And by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Clark finds Jones. Up again. And Clark is right there. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Rivers passes to Noel. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
He takes it in. Reed. The kick out to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. Noel passes to Reed. Trips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Jones in the post. He's guarded by Rivers. There's the pass to Concha. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's McDaniels. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. That's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Jones against Rivers. Jones, the pass to Concha. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
To the left wing. McDaniels finds Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around him. Here's Anderson. Passes it to McDaniels. Lets it go from the wing. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Conchar, good. And now it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Rivers. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Anderson outside. Kicks to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today is the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Russell against Morant. Jackson has the open look. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Edwards. To the wing on the left. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morant outside. And a jam down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Russell inside, guarded by Morant. Towns dishes to Gobert. Shoots over Adams. Gobert can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Payne for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Efficient from range. Desmond came into the league with a sharp 3-point shot.
Russell against Morant. Russell passes to Edwards. Right wing. It's stolen by Adams. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. McDaniels, he's checked in for Prince. Russell against Morant. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Takes a 3. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. Jackson's got the lead up to 12 now for Memphis.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
The offensive rebound. Gobert. And the rejection by Jackson. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. 5 to shoot. Pass to McDaniels. And they get it. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Morant outside. And it's Memphis with another.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Scooped up. Gobert with the pass to McDaniels. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Here's Edwards.
The length, the quickness, and the agility. Jaren Jackson has everything he needs to be a premier defender.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Russell with it. Started now by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Bain finds Morant. Back to Bain. On deep. The Grizzlies with another miss. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Morant with the steal.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Memphis.
This is a game where defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ja Morant.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Morant with it. From deep three-point range, Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
And he gets it back.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bain. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that about wraps it up for Greg.
Still, the Timberwolves win the tip. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Now Los Angeles with it.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Here's Russell. Pass to Towns. To the left wing. Inside. Zubac with the steal. Leonard on the wing. Jackson on the wing. The 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And the Timberwolves with possession. Here's Edwards. Over to the left wing. Pass to Prince. Back to Towns. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Gobert. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Out to Leonard. Fires for 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Russell against Jackson. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
The kick out to Morris. Back to George. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake. Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building. It just looks incredible.
Prince down low. Leonard defending. Russell to pass to Towns. Back to Russell. And rejected. They recover it. Out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. For so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of a second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, that's moving them well into the right direction.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
The finesse on full display. Got a piece of it. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
George against Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Morris. And here's Jackson. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now here's Towns. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. That'll put Karl Anthony Towns on the line. It's going to go on Paul George. McDaniels is checked in for Prince. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside Edwards.
Walking foul.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. Come on, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Now here's George. Fires the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too. I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
George against Edwards. Morris outside. Back to George. To stop the run, and the jam by George.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Pass to Towns, back to Russell. Towns, a screen on Jackson. Russell, pass to Towns. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Towns has got 5.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
Here's George. And there's another one for the Clippers.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And here's Edwards outside. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
On the court for the Timberwolves, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. Shot clock at 5. Leonard passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
You love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Edwards against George. Edwards, the pass to Towns. No good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Leonard right side. And stolen by Edwards. Russell against Jackson. Now here's Russell. Outside McDaniels. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. And Brent, you look at the Defensive Player of the Year award. Generally, the province of big men. Does that shortchange the great perimeter defenders?
I think so. I mean, we're seeing more and more with teams playing small, BA, the value of being switchable on the perimeter and taking on the best offensive player that tends to come from the wing position. You got to put some more value in how wing defenders are out there and shutting down primary offensive players on the other team.
Yeah, so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Russell against George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 8.
No excuse for the defense to let Paul George, a guy that good at scoring the ball, get that close.
Russell against Jackson. Back to Russell. To the middle. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, recognizing D'Angelo Russell has become a scorer, he's got to go back to his natural instincts to make plays. He did there.
George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Back to Jackson. McDaniels against Morris. Back to Jackson. Clock at 2. There's the drive. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. Towns against Morris. Gobert. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
Rudy Gobert at the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
It's blocked by Gobert. And they'll get another chance. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Towns with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Back to Towns. Lets the 3 fly. He buries it from 3. Give him 8.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
The kick out to Morris. Fires the 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Here's Jackson. From deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. And the free throw, no good. Here's Towns. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
And there's the call of Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him.
First 2.
44 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it to George. Leonard for 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Why confident in that shot there. Just gets the ball. He really didn't waste any time.
Russell to pass to Towns. It's tipped. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. The 3 from Russell. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard outside. Jackson on the wing. Here's George. And so it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection right now. Keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now. And why wouldn't you?
Wall and Powell of the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Timberwolves shooting 55% for the game so far. Here's Rivers. Wall covering. On the wing, Noel. Here's McDaniels. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Up to Powell. Back to Wall. Pass to Man. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That one on Anderson.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing. Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State, Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in. About a minute played here in the second half. Outside, Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Reed. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the inside.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Here's Rivers. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Reed in the post. Guarded by Batum. An easy 2 on the layup. And for Mann, proving he belongs, earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
NBA, I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes. Good whistle there.
Now 3. First personal foul. Third team.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, can't sleep on Powell defensively. He'll step up and start to pour it in.
And so Powell nails them both. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Prince. On the wing, Noel. Kicks it out to Anderson. Out left to the wing. And here's Reed. Guarded by Batum. Reed passes to Anderson. 5 on the clock. Here's Rivers. 3-pointer. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Here's Wall. Oh, and Reed with a block. They retain possession. Pass to Noel. Into the lane. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And that one's good. Covington.
And Covington knows this is a big part of his role to knock down threes.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Noel. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Rivers. Covington against Towns. Gobert inside. And Gobert with the stuff.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
You know, Towns' team is loving this. He's letting his natural scoring ability run wild on offense.
Here's Wall. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And that one falls for Wall. And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Zubats, he's checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Covington. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Mann. And it's Paul George in for Powell. Here's Rivers. Wall covering. Pass to Noel. Anderson inside. He's working on Morris. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Paul George, a swing player, and right there swinging on the rim.
Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's Noel. There's 31 seconds left in the third.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Here's George. Shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Pass to Anderson. Outside McDaniels. Back to Anderson. Here's Rivers. Zubac with the steal. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Just pounding the painted area. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So for Minnesota right now, the backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Leonard for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now. Minnesota in the lead. Russell, the pass to Gobert. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one. George outside. Three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. And Edwards, here we go. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. George.
I mean, just man.
And make it happen. Well, Paul George demonstrating how elite he can be. It's a little tricky that time. I love it.
Pass to Russell. Now McDaniels. Outside for Russell. The 3. Drops in the 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Well, the team gets Russell set up beautifully that time. Totally poised. And no hesitation on that, too.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. Gobert passes to Russell. Edwards against George. The outside leaner. Zubac with the steal. Jackson on the wing. Leonard outside. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Russell finds Edwards. Now Gobert. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Outside for Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to McDaniels. Edwards with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Kept alive by Minnesota. Here's Towns. Outside Russell. Right side McDaniels. Shoots over Jackson. McDaniels can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. That's good from Jackson. On the assist by Leonard.
Just dicing through the lane there was Reggie Jackson.
The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Jackson against Russell. Up top, Edwards. Pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Now here's Russell. Launches the three. Sends it home from three-point land. Russell's got 6 points in the quarter.
And D'Angelo needs just a little sliver of space to let that rip.
Here's Jackson. Back to George. Puts one up from 19. That one's wide left.
Now, the defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Rudy Gobert.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
Pass to Towns. From deep three-point range. The rebound by Jackson.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Morris. And they recover it. Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Back to Jackson. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And so it's Minnesota with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Towns with the ball. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Missed by Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Norman Powell, right on.
They did, and it showed, and it was fun to watch. Terrific. David, thanks. And so off the tip, it's Memphis. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center position. Now here's Jackson. Back to Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline drive, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. You know, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchup.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Summer of 2014, Doris, Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Bain, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
The three from George. That one doesn't go. And Memphis the other way now. Up top, Bain. Defended by George. Morant with a wide open look. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Jackson with it. On the wing, George. Guarded by Bain. George double teamed. Wide open look here for Zubac. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Well, Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score it at an elite level, and he passes it well, too.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And the Clippers have possession, following the score by Memphis. Out to Morris. There's the triple. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bain finds Morant. Keeps it alive. It's hauled in by Zubac. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard with the bucket.
Kawhi Leonard able to navigate his way to the cup. Off the bounce, yes, sir.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Now here's Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubac.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
A three from Leonard. The Grizzlies pull it in. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
From downtown, Morris looking over the floor. Outside for Jackson. And too long on the shot.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Morant outside. Brooks outside. To the middle. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now.
A terrific defender. And Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Out to Morant. Back to Brooks. The pass to Morant. Memphis moving that ball around. 5 on the clock. He nails it, and we're tied up. And it's 6 points for John Morant.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Now, here is George. Great D that time from Bain. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morant passes to Brooks. Back to Morant. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Left side, George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5.
Well, Kawhi Leonard pure from the corner. Nice delivery, Kawhi.
With the end of 1 quarter to play, still a close game. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot.
What a career arc when you consider Reggie Jackson. Here is a guy that literally was so frustrated at one point he considered retiring. And yet he puts in the effort and has a tremendous season. But you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Morant reaches to Adams. Jackson against Morris. Doris looking at Reggie Jackson. He's coming off one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, and you love that for a guy like him, not giving up, not letting the struggle impact his passion, giving the same effort he did as a rookie. I love his story, Kevin.
Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steal. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Brooke?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Pass to George. Over Bain. George, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
It's Jackson with the drive. He kicks it to Adams. It's Brooks on the wing. Offensive rebound. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
George looking over the floor. Six to shoot. Outside Leonard. That ball, nice speed that time from George. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Morant kicks to Bain. Hangs in the air. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's George. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Morant outside.
The aggressive nature of Morant, taking initiative and daring the defense to get physical with him.
quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg, yeah. Showing off the money. Outside for Jackson. Morant outside. Adams trying to free himself up. And again, Memphis no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Bain against George. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got 9 points.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress. Nicely done.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Well, that's the wingspan of Paul George. He is so good at bothering shooters with that length.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Up top, Morant, guarded by Jackson. Morant against Jackson. Back to Morant. They need this. And finished up by Morant.
Oh, the big finish by Morant. Some of his most spectacular plays happen well above the rim.
Outside Jackson. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. No good from Zubac.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bain, no good. Now, here is George. This is it to Jackson. And so, it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thanks, David. And we'll be sure.
Your Clippers. 25. The Grizzlies. 11.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say John Morant.
And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Powell finds Covington. Here's Mann. And here's Wall outside. Green with the rebound. Jones looking for an opening. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First 2 fouls.
Outside, Green to the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Jones.
Well, the focus of Covington on the defensive end, long, athletic, dialed into his opponent, so good at contesting shots.
Here's Wall. Kicks it to Batum. Over Clark. Good work there as it goes. Wall's got his first points in this one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Jones dishes to Williams. Over to Wall. Jones. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Wall. Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Wall. Covington in the corner. Wall against Jones. Wall's shot is off. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Clippers leading by 10. Outside, Wall. Lays it up and banks it in. Wall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
John Wall is assertive when he touches the paint. This guy always capable of doing damage inside.
Jones kicks to Williams. And the pass to Concho. Williams inside. Defended by Covington. Green, the pass to Concho. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Doors for an opportunity knocked in the 2021 playoffs. Terrence Mann was ready to go.
He was, Kevin, and that's not the first time this has happened where an injured teammate and the team looked to him a little bit more, and he did not waste his opportunity. He scored with a ton of enthusiasm, has a very impressive motor.
Green, no luck. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Wall finds Covington from deep. That shot is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Conchar, the pass to Green. Memphis moving that ball around. Jones dishes to Williams. On the wing, Jones. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I think this is an underrated aspect of Danny Green's game, his vision as a passer.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And Wall kicks to Covington. Now the feed to Batum. Nice move. Up and in on the leg. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Touch right around the rim by Nick Batum. Go ahead, score inside. Nick, show him what you got.
Jones, no one around him. A three-pointer, no good. Wall looking for an opening. Outside, Covington. Over Clark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clipper. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. Clippers leading by 13. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. And it's Leonard missing. And for Memphis, they're shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. To the paint. Brooks finds Adams. Bain inside the three-point line. The Clippers grab the miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Pass to Jackson to the wing right side. Here's Morant. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And Los Angeles guys shooting well. They're at 45%. George passes to Zubac. That ball, nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Adams dishes to Jackson. Morant outside. Outside for Jackson. And the 3 ball is good.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
George passes to Leonard. Driving to the basket. Over Brooks. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 14. Morant against Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. The 3 from George. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, Paul George will work hard to get to his spots offensively. Right now, they can count on him to put the ball in the basket.
Jackson has the open look. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Leonard finds George. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Stolen by Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And they double up Jackson. Out to the right wing. Zubac, the pass to Jackson. Goes up from the top of the key. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
This has defined Kawhi Leonard's game going back to college. He understood rebounding is important to winning.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
From past the arc. Shot clock at 6. Off target with his 3. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Stolen by Jackson. Brooks with it. Leonard picks him up. Morant's against Jackson. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Morant surveying the D. It's Brooks on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end his cold spell. And Morant throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Bain against George. A 3 ball. And again, no good by the Clippers. Bain drives in. Loses his grip and misses the dunk. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
In at the one, and we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, BA, it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
Now here's Moran. Jackson, pass to Moran. And then Moran with the dunk.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Stolen by Bain. Moran against Russell. And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist by Moran.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Banked it in off the glass.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Moran against Russell. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Bain against Edwards. Over Bain. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Here's Brooks. Minnesota with a rebound. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, BA. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Now Morant. Jackson outside. Outside Bain. Back to Jackson. 4 on the clock. Bain finds Brooks. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Russell against Morant. Here's Gobert. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Bain into the lane. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Anthony Edwards. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Desmond Bain.
And Bain drops them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Outside Russell. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. And no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
In the first 2 minutes.
Brooks left side. Adams, the pass to Bain. Puts up a 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Moran against Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Now Edwards. Russell up top. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter.
You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability. But he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
A good look from Bain. Good. And the setup by Morant. Bain's got 7 points in the game.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Looking to win the run. Gobert finds Towns. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Towns has got his second basket.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. McDaniels, that's good.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Morant against Russell. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Right side Morant. Stolen by Russell. Here's Towns. Pass to Gobert. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. It's the Grizzlies up by 4. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
And you know what makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case? No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent, that's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Towns down low. Defended by Jackson. Gobert. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
Moran against Russell. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Edwards, the pass to Russell. Back to Edwards. A leaner. Here's Gobert. Second shot opportunity, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Russell against Morant. Outside for Brooks. Out to the wing. There's the triple. Morant, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 or 4 field goals in the second quarter.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Morant against Russell. Outside Bane. This one for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Bane's got 10 points in the game.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have set the tone, and the rest of the team is following.
You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Here's Morant. Here he goes. Offensive rebound. Jackson finds some space, and he's on the money with his first shot today. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Towns passes to McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Jackson against Towns. Shoots over Jackson. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Pass to Morant. There's a minute 26 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one. Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
Morant against Russell. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3 is up. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Back to Russell. Outside McDaniels to the left side wing. Towns down low. Jackson on it. Out of bounds. It'll be Grizzlies ball. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Morant, the pass to Bane. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Now it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Pass to Morant. Back to Bane. Inside. Outside for Brooks. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so it's Memphis leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's most...
The Grizzlies, 33.
first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him. Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. We've got Green. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Aldama in at the 4. Memphis leading. Pass to Green. Here's Aldama. Launches it. Anderson pulls it down. Here's Rivers. Defended by Jones. To the paint. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they're able to recover. Back to Jones. Pass to Conchar. Here's Green. He takes it in. And the layup is good off the glass.
Smart drive that time by Green, sliding in around the defense and getting it to go.
Here's Rivers. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You know, a smart, savvy, talented vet like Austin Rivers is a real get for any team. I mean, he knows how to make the most of his minutes. He accepts and understands his role, and he really just focuses on delivering for his team.
Williams is checked in for Aldama. Green, the pass to Clark. And here's Jones. Williams on the wing. Outside, Green. Pass to Conchar. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Where do you think Austin Rivers developed that selflessness, Clark?
Well, I think it starts with the DNA. I mean, his dad, Doc Rivers, was a selfless, outstanding player and one of the outstanding coaches in the game today. So that's part of it. But he's also had experience playing on different teams, sitting on different benches. I think you get to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can add value to a team.
Well, that was clearly a fact.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
First free throw is good.
Brandon Clark, 2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Noel. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Another shot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
The free throw drops for Anderson. For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Pass to Green. Williams on the wing. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Williams has got his first 2 points.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Here's Rivers. Outside, Anderson. Pass to Reed. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. On the wing, Conchar. Back to Jones. Now here's Green. Connects from downtown. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
And Minnesota calls time here. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Back to Anderson. Here's Rivers, defended by Jones. Pass to Anderson. Williams grabs the board.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
That's the way. And here's Reed. Clark covers. And stolen by Jones. Stolen. Here's Prince. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. He can't get it to go. Good D by Clark. Jones from outside. Anderson pulls it down. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Oh, deflected and stolen by Clark. All by himself. The finish. And it's hammered home by Green.
Boy, Green has a knack for knowing exactly how to get open in transition.
Timeout called the Timberwolves. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 50% in the game so far. Left side, Edwards. Pass to Towns. Here's Gobert. Oh, they need this! And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul, Zaire Williams.
19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jackson outside. Pass to Bain. Outside Moran. Back to Bain. 3 seconds left. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
The free throw drops for Moran. And Morant drops them both. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 11. And coming up as soon as we return from break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. As we get going in quarter number 4. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. And Morant drops them both. Here's Russell. Pass to McDaniels. To the wing on the left. With the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Stolen by Jackson. And here's Bain. Brooks outside. Back to Bain. Towns against Jackson. Jackson on the wing. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 15. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. It wasn't feel-good pep talk. He wants them to show some fight in the closing moments. He told them, if you guys want to salvage any respect from this game, now's the time to do it. Show them we are better than this. Guys, take it away.
And Allie, thank you for that. From deep, Bain. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working. And that's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
All right, Timberwolves
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Russell against Moran. Here's Edwards. Takes it inside. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the raft.
Moran, the pass to Bain. Beyond the arc. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes. Moran's got assist number 8 here already in the game. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Towns. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job imitating his usual shot motion. Earns himself a trip to the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Moran against Russell. Back to Moran. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Here's Russell. That one drops for him.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Memphis has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range.
2 minutes remaining.
Morant with it.
2 minutes.
Pass to Jackson. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Morant finds Jackson. From deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
But that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's McDaniels. 5 on the clock. From the wing. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Hey, this was exactly the kind of game coach wanted to see from them. High effort, great play at both ends, gets the win for the Grizzlies.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they've made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ja Morant.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Here's Morant. No good, a bit long that time. And stolen by Bain. Deflects the pass. Ooh, Gobert with a steal.
And the Stifle Tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
And that one falls for Gobert. And so Gobert nails both of them. Here's Morant. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Edwards. And here's Morant. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road,
There, David, thank you. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Here's Gobert, and he makes good on the layup.
Inside, Gobert is a nightmare with his height. It's tough to create good coverage.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now here's Jackson. Back to George. The three. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Towns. Backed in off the glass. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And George drops them both.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now, here is Russell. McDaniels with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage. He understands how to carve out room inside and finish.
George against Edwards. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here is Russell. Right side Towns. Now the pass to Gobert. 4 on the clock. And the rejection by Zubac. Russell against George. High post, Zubac. Outside Jackson. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. Outside Jackson. Lock at 6. Tries again. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Russell finds Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And just like you want to see assertive basketball.
He threw that one down, Greg, so hard you could feel the strength over here. Now, here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Here he goes. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard the pass to George. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 17 foul.
A minute 42 left here in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Leonard. There's the 3. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Out to the wing. Lets it go with the 3. A nice shot by McDaniels.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
And here's George. Outside for Jackson. Tries from 10. George, no good. Minnesota leading by 3. It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Morris. Down low. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Now, here is George. Pass to Jackson. Shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Towns finds Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Gobert. Out to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. The dish now to Russell. Over Jackson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The deep 3 from George. And that one released in time, but no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And I also like how they trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside, Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the slam dunk by Russell.
I love the spatial awareness from Russell. Saw how much room he had and just took it aggressively.
Leonard against Russell. Jackson dishes to Morris. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Towns, high post. Morris is there. Russell passes to Gobert. Over in the corner, Edwards. No good with the triple. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game.
Power pulled from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Passes to McDaniels. Dishes it to Edwards. That one, no good. Excellent D there from George. And so here are the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And there's the pass to Jackson. Back to Morris. Over to the left wing. Zubac finds Morris. From the stripe. Nice D from Russell.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Gobert down low. Defended by George. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. Now Russell. Second shot opportunity. Offensive rebound. Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You see what that little pump fake does? It gives the defender something to think about the next time he goes to challenge Gobert's shot.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Outside for Jackson. On the wing, George. Driving inside.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid leagues in the league.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
To the middle. Here's Towns. Russell against Jackson. The drive by Russell. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
So shifty with the ball in his hands. Russell changes pace with the best of them.
Edwards against George. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Outside Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Timberwolves have gone only 2 of 7 for the field since the second quarter got underway. McDaniels finds Towns. Into the lane, and Towns throws it down.
And you got to cut off these lanes if you're the D. When Towns spots one, he's coming through full force.
George passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Towns. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And proving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
George dishes to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard. Fouls back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Russell kicks to McDaniel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Over in the corner, Edwards. Just 3 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Clippers on top, leading by a point. And now we'll send it over to David Aldrich, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David, and we'll be back. just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
So for the Clippers right now, Wall and Powell are the guard set. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Noel, headed by Powell. Here's Reed. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Batum. The Clippers in the lead. Outside, Wall. Puts it up from 12. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Lets the 3 fly, and the Clippers miss again. And with Batum, his versatility has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why, when you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
Stolen by Anderson. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Prince with the ball. Reed kicks to Rivers. Prince outside. This one for 3. Anderson outside. Shoots the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Right side, Wall. The feed to Batum. Pass to Man. He kicks it to Covington. And it's Wall in the corner. Left side, Batum. Off target from the wing.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Noel. Powell pulls it in. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. All with it. Picked up by Rivers. Wall looking it over. And Wall with the slam.
And how great is it to see Wall there with the slam? I mean, overcoming that serious heel injury.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
2 minutes.
It's Prince on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Anderson passes to Reed, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Wall. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
What a great finish there from Wall. And it's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
Rivers against Powell. Back to Rivers. Anderson, a screen on Powell. Noel passes to Rivers. Here's Noel. Now Reed, defended by Batum. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Clippers leading by 3. 1:11 left in the third quarter. And Wall kicks to Batum. Anderson against Covington. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Inside, Robert doesn't hold back. He does whatever it takes to get his shot off.
Minnesota calls timeout. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Minnesota shooting for the game at 42%. Up top, Russell, guarded by Jackson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Edwards finds Gobert. Out to Edwards. Stolen by George.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, you take it.
Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer. George has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Here's Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. McDaniels with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. No one covering. Russell's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I like when Russell plays with pace. So that was a good shot in rhythm, and that can get him going.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
John Wall's checked in for the Clippers. And Towns drops them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Here's George. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Russell passes to McDaniels. Back to Russell. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Leonard on the wing. McDaniels defending. Left side, Wall. George with the ball. Gobert with the block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, Russell. Edwards against George. Edwards kicks to Towns. Count it. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Spydi as he talked with the team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Russell passes to Edwards. McDaniels with the ball. Bounce pass, Russell. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Towns. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clippers leading by 3. Outside, George. The kick out to Wall. It's stolen by Edwards. Feeds it to Towns. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Very surprised he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
George against Towns. Stolen by McDaniels. Left side, Edwards. Outside, Towns. Gobert with a screen for Russell. The feed now to Gobert. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on George.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
It's going by Gobert. Leonard with the steal. Russell against Wall. And it's sent back by Russell. Outside Edwards. Inside. Leonard with the steal. On the wing, George. McDaniels defending. The kick out to Wall. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 4. Breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Out left to the wing. Towns. Wide open. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Edwards looking it over. Kicks to Towns. Back to Edwards. To take the lead. 4 on the clock. Gobert. And then jammed out as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
George passes to Morris. Can't knock in the 3. So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just put those 5 seconds away.
He drops the first one, and that would put them up by 2.
And typically, he's reliable from the line. Let's see if Russell can come up here big for his team.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
And George, here we go. A 3 from Leonard. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so it's the Timberwolves who come on top here. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you. Often.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge.